Oh, it doesn't look as if it's going yet. It's live there. So welcome to our Monday morning session. And we're going to just do something slightly different, just mix things up and move it around a little bit today. So starting in a comfortable seated position to do some seated breath work, and then we'll move into our spinal cord stuff and Qigong stuff to finish off the session. And we're going to practice box breathing, and the great thing about box breathing is it gives us something to really focus on because we're counting, and we are going to use a count of 4. We're going to breathe in for a count of 4, we're going to hold for a count of 4 at the top of the breath, we're going to breathe out for a count of 4, and then we're going to pause at the bottom of the breath for a count of 4. And what is good about box breathing, it helps to bring you into that relaxation zone because we've got that nice long slow exhale and slow inhale, but also gives you that little bit of focus because we're pausing and we are holding the breath. But what we're going to do before that is just take a moment just to see how we can slow our breath, and a good way of measuring or assessing how comfortable it's going to be to slow the breath is just to do some comfortable pauses at the bottom of just a normal exhale. So that's all we're going to start off with to begin. So get yourself into a comfortable seated position. So your feet in contact with the ground. If you're sitting on a chair, if you're sitting on the floor, then just nice and stable and supported on the floor, stable and supported on the surface that you are sitting. And lengthening up the spine, nice long spine. So without becoming rigid, it's very easy just to become really tall and force that spine position, but just lengthening the spine. I always like to think of a strong spine. No, we've got those natural curves. We'll never have a straight spine. You've got that natural curve at the base of the spine, natural curve at the top of the spine, and just give your head a gentle nod. Get that head balanced on top of the spine. Create some space here at the base of the skull. We can tend to lock this bit here a little bit, so just create that space at the base of the skull. Lengthen out the spine. And then bring some relaxation into the facial muscles, into the forehead, into the eyebrows and the eye sockets, into the cheekbones and the jaw, just softening and relaxing the face. The lips are just lightly together, and the tip of the tongue just resting softly on the roof of the mouth. And then just bringing your attention to how you are breathing naturally. Don't feel you have to change anything here, just breathing naturally. And a simple place to notice the breath is in the nose. You can physically feel the air as it flows in and out through the nose. So just notice that physical sensation of the air just as it flows in and out through the nose. And then just bringing your awareness without changing anything, again, just bringing your awareness to the top of the breath, so that lull at the top of the breath, that space at the top of the breath. And also that space at the bottom of the breath. And that might slow the breath slightly, but don't feel you have to change the way you are breathing, just noticing the space at the top of the breath and the bottom of the breath. If you need to, again, just tune in to that strong spine, so just lengthening the spine up a little bit, just giving that head a little nod so your head is balanced on top of the spine. Again, softening the facial muscles. And then just bringing your attention back to the breath, the physical sensation of the air just as it flows in and out through the nose. And then tuning into the space at the top of the breath and the space at the bottom of the breath. And now we're just going to take a little bit of control, a little bit of conscious control of the space at the bottom of the breath. So just in your own time, when you're ready after just that normal exhale, find that space at the bottom of the breath and just pause the breath at the space of that bottom of the breath and just keep that comfortable. And then when you just feel that next desire to breathe, that first distinct desire to breathe, just let that breath just flow back in naturally, softly, effortlessly. So just do that one time when you're ready. Breathing in and just enjoying that next breath that you take in after that comfortable pause. And then just letting the breath settle naturally. And what is happening in the body, what is happening biochemically is when we pause the breath at the bottom of that exhale, then we get carbon dioxide, which is the gas that we breathe out, building up slightly in the blood. Now that's great. We know if you have too much CO2 that can be dangerous, but just pausing the breath for a short period of time, keeping it comfortable, is helping you to lengthen the breath. It's building your tolerance to that little bit of buildup of CO2. And that will make it easier when we do the breathing practices to slow the breath. It will make it easier if we're in a stressful situation when the breath quickens, that you want to just be able to calm yourself and slow the breath. It will make it easier because you've practiced that, because you've built that tolerance. Let's do that again whenever you are ready. After that normal exhale, find that sweet spot, that comfortable pause. And when you get that distinct desire to breathe, just enjoy that next breath in. Feel that next breath, bringing that fresh energy, fresh oxygen into the system. And then just breathing easy. And then when you're ready, let's just have a little stretch. If you have your eyes closed, open your eyes, you can just stretch up a little bit, stretch out to the side a little bit, have a little twist, still staying seated if you're seated. And then just bring yourself back to that place where your feet are in contact with the ground, nice and stable on the surface that you're sitting, tall through the spine. And we'll move into our practice now. So we're deliberately controlling the breath here. We're going to breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, out for 4 seconds, pause for 4 seconds. I'll guide it orally, so if you want to close your eyes, you can just listen to me guiding it. There will also be a visual if you prefer to watch a visual, or of course you can do both. You can watch the visual and you can listen to me guide the breath. So first of all, just tuning in as we did there to noticing how you're breathing. So that softness of the air in and out through the nose. And now we're going to take just a slightly fuller breath in and a slightly longer breath out, just to set ourselves up for the box breathing. So fuller breath in. Nice breath out, let go. And then we are going to breathe. Three, 4, pause. 2, 3, 4, breath in. Hold. Out. Pause. Breath in. Hold. Breath 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 out. Pause. in, hold, breath out, pause, breath in, hold, breath out, pause, breath in, hold, breath out, pause, and then just let your breath settle into a calm, easy rhythm. And maybe that still is keeping that little pause and the hold in the breath, or it just settles back into a natural rhythmical breath. And then when you are ready, if you have your eyes closed, open them your eyes again. You can have a little stretch, little twist, whatever feels good. Excellent. It's quite nice just giving us that little bit more time at the beginning of the session to do a little bit longer practice. And box breathing is a great way, I think, of that balance between creating focus, being a little bit more active with the breath, but also keeping that sense of calm and relaxation. Excellent. Taking your time, no rush, just to come up to a standing position. We'll just do a little bit of flow movement now. Just move on to the other camera. So come to your comfortable standing position. Let's take our feet shoulder width apart. Again, have that sense of strong spine, nice and tall through the spine. Relaxing the face, relaxing, softening the chest, softening the belly. And bringing our awareness to the lower dantian, that center point, the physical energy center down here. Start the movement from here and then just go into knocking. Just letting the elbows bend. Our breath is just light and soft in and out the nose. We don't have to breathe in any particular way. Relaxing the shoulders through the shoulder blades. Relaxing the face. And then just slowing down into water waves. Really sense that difference where we add just that little bit of resistance. Go really slow. So slow that you're hardly disturbing the air around you. Get that rotation through the wrists. So just imagine that you're running your hands through water. take a rest. Standing tall, relaxing the shoulders. A slightly different take on spinal cord breathing. I'm going to show you from the side, but you can keep facing the front. So the first movement is hips back, so you're almost like going into a squat, but then we lengthen the spine out in front, so it's quite nice because you can feel that openness there. And then you come up and breathe in. So we're just breathing out like that. And then breathing in. It's just a different, slightly different variation, so just go with that. Nice. As you're breathing out, you can create that space between the shoulder blades. Almost like you're dropping into a little bit of a squat. Those hips glide back as you breathe out. Let's do a couple more. So here we're deliberately breathing with the movement. And then take a rest. Good, standing tall again. Just feel how the spine feels. So we're going to combine a couple of movements into one flow. A couple of our movements that we've done, but we'll combine them into one flow. So if we breathe with the movement, so it's like expanding and breathing in. And then breathing out, softening and breathing out. And then we come to the front, so breathing in. Elbows soft, breathing out. And then again out to the side, breathing in. So it's really nice to get that rib cage expanding. Spine expanding. See how slow you can go with the breath without feeling air hunger, so feeling comfortable. Finding your rhythm. Standing a little bit taller as you breathe in. Do one more in your own time. And then taking a moment. Do some centering, so palm facing up, a little bit of roundness in the elbow then. Breathing in, coming down that center line, breathing out. Breathing in. Again, feel how the rib cage responds to this movement, how the spine responds to this movement. And then just interlocking your thumbs, resting on your lower dantian, bringing the feet together. And just giving yourself a moment, just closing your eyes. Just letting your body rock and sway, find its natural balance. Some bamboo in the wind. And then taking a breath when you're ready, opening your eyes, stepping your feet out, giving yourself a little bit of a brush down, gentle brush down. There we go, starting the week. Hopefully that's a good start of the week for you. And we will be back on Wednesday morning. Thank you for joining. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on Wednesday. We'll focus a little bit again on balance. We'll play around with our balance on Wednesday morning. Take care. Have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.